Throughout his mandate, the United States President Trump has generated many controversies in the international community with his actions. The measures taken regarding Mexico, the neighboring country, has not been the exception of the rule. It all started in 2017 with the proposal to build a wall to contain the massive flux of migrants into the U.S. border. But almost 3 years after the promise, the wall has not been built yet. There is a budget of $12 million to build the wall, but $70 million are needed. The U.S. Congress, ruled by the Democratic Party, has continually refused the approval of the funds needed. The stagnant negotiations between the White House and the Congress had this legislative organ closed for 35 days in a row. As Trump needed a new strategy in order to obtain the budget needed to build the wall, he relied on threats. According to him, as Mexico is the only responsible country for the migrant flux, this nation was supposed to pay for the wall. The first negotiations began with former Mexican President Peña Nieto and continued with his successor, the leftist Manuel López Obrador. President Trump has threatened the Mexican government via Twitter, and despite his critics, this strategy has actually worked for him. On June 2029, he threatened to impose special taxes on Mexican products, which forced President López to increase security at his border crossings by regulating the phenomenon of the caravan of migrants which come from Central America. The international community has pledged in this regard to publicize its neutral position. Despite that, Cuba, China, and Russia have stated that Trump has considered even a military intervention into the Mexican borders if the Mexican government refuses to collaborate with him. With Mexico's swing to the left after the victory of López Obrador, the tensions will arise. And also, if President Trump wins the next elections, the next 4 years may be a very interesting outcome for all.